Wonderful. And next for tonight's swearing in, we have Donald F. Mitchell. If you'll come forward and take your place at the podium, and then he will also be sworn in this evening. Oh, yep, here you go. There you are. And he will be sworn in this evening by Senator Brandon Beach.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Raise your right hand. Okay. I, Donald F. Mitchell,
I, Donald F. Mitchell,
hereby accept the honor
hereby accept the honor
of serving as a member
of serving as a member
of the City Council of the City of Alpharetta,
of the City Council of the City of Alpharetta,
Georgia,
Georgia,
and in doing so,
and in doing so,
I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
or affirm
or affirm
that I shall faithfully perform the duties
that I shall faithfully perform the duties
of council member,
of council member,
that I will regularly attend meetings
that I will regularly attend meetings
and uphold the ideals of community and service,
and uphold the ideals of community and service,
that I will act and conduct business
that I will act and conduct business
in accordance with the city's code of ethics
in accordance with the city's code of ethics
and conduct,
and
and that I shall support and defend the charter
and that I shall support and defend the charter
and laws of the city of Alpharetta,
and laws of the City of Alpharetta,
the Constitution and laws of the state of Georgia,
the Constitution and laws of the state of Georgia,
and the Constitution and laws of the United States of America.
and the Constitution and laws of the United States of America.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And last, for the swearing in of new council members, we have Councilmember Brian Will with his children, Stephanie and Michael Will, excuse me. If you'll come forward to the podium.
I, Brian Will,
I, Brian Will,
hereby accept the honor
hereby accept the honor
of serving as a member
of serving as a member
of the City Council of the City of Alpharetta, Georgia.
of the City Council of the City of Alpharetta, Georgia.
And in doing so,
And in doing so,
I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
or affirm that I shall faithfully perform
or affirm that I shall faithfully perform
the duties of council member,
the duties of council member,
that I will regularly attend meetings
that I will regularly attend meetings,
and uphold the ideals of community and service,
will uphold the ideals of community and service,
that I will act and conduct business
that I will act and conduct business
in accordance with the city's code of ethics and conduct,
in accordance with the city's code of ethics and conduct,
and that I shall support and defend
and that I shall support and defend
the charter and laws of the City of Alpharetta,
the charter and laws of the City of Alpharetta,
the Constitution and laws of the State of Georgia,
the Constitution and laws of the State of Georgia,
and the Constitution and laws of the United States of America.
and the Constitution and laws of the United States of America. All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you. And that concludes the swearing in ceremony for our newly elected council members.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the record, I will note that all members of council are present and accounted for. Next item up on our agenda this evening will be the election of the Mayor Pro Tem. I'll call for a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to appoint Council Member Dan Merkel as Mayor Pro Tem.
We have
I'd like to second that motion.
We have a motion by Councilman Hypes, second by Councilman Will. And that was a motion to nominate and elect Councilman Merkel as the Mayor Pro Tem. Any discussion? All those in favor of the motion, please vote yes. Otherwise, vote no. And it does pass unanimously. Next item up on our agenda is the appointment of municipal court judge. To begin, Mr. Regas.
Mayor and Council, good evening. For the last 8 years, Judge Barry Zimmerman has served the city very well. And before you tonight is the recommendation to appoint the judge for another 4 years. And with that appointment comes a change in the way he is compensated from a salary plus benefits to a straight $475 a session. And this would be effective the 1st of January. If there are any questions, I'll be happy to answer them for you.
Do we have any questions from council? Thank you, sir. Mr. Stacy, I believe you have a resolution on this item.
A resolution of the Mayor and Council of the City of Alpharetta reappointing Barry Zimmerman as Judge of the Municipal Court of the City of Alpharetta, whereas OCGA Section 3632-2 grants the Mayor and Council of the City of Alpharetta, the Mayor and Council, the authority to appoint the Judge of the Municipal Court of the City of Alpharetta, the Municipal Court, who shall serve for a term as provided by ordinance or charter and until a successor is appointed, and whereas Article 2 of Chapter 2 of the Code of the City of Alpharetta, the City Code, provides that the term of office of the Judge of the Municipal Court shall be the same as that of the Mayor and Council, i.e. 4 years, and whereas pursuant to Article 4 of the Charter of the City of Alpharetta, the City Charter, and Article 2 of Chapter 2 of the City Code, the office of the Judge of the Municipal Court is filled by the appointment of the Mayor and Council, and such appointee shall continue to serve as Judge of the Municipal Court until a successor is appointed and qualified, and whereas the Mayor and Council of the City of Alpharetta appointed Barry Zimmerman to serve as Judge of the Municipal Court for a 4-year term beginning January 1, 2014, or on about October 21, 2013, original appointment, and since such time of appointment, no other individual has been appointed to fill the office of the Judge of Municipal Court. Now, therefore, it is hereby resolved by the Mayor and City Council of the City of Alpharetta, Georgia, as follows. Section 1, the foregoing recitals are hereby adopted as the findings and determinations of the Mayor and City Council and incorporated herein by this reference. Section 2, Barry Zimmerman is hereby appointed as the Judge of the Municipal Court of the City of Alpharetta for the 4-year term of office expiring December 31, 2025, and his continuation in office and continued service as Judge of the Municipal Court of the City of Alpharetta during the successive term following the term of original appointment is hereby ratified, confirmed, and approved. So resolved and adopted this 3rd day of January, 2022.
Thank you, sir. Any questions from council? Ms. Shapiro, do we have any public comment cards on this item?
We do not, sir.
But if there is anyone that would like to come forward and speak on this matter, now's your chance. Seeing none, we'll close public comment. Do I have a motion from council?
Mr. Mayor, I would like to make a motion to approve the reappointment of Judge Barry Zimmerman based on the resolution read by Mr. Stacy.
I have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Merkel and a second by Councilman Hypes. In discussion. Seeing none.
I would just say Barry's been done a great job for the city. He's been a great resource. He's been helpful in so many ways over the years, and I'm glad to see he's coming back, and I appreciate that. He could sail off into retirement and leave us alone, but he's going to stick around for a little bit longer. So I thank you for that, Barry.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of the motion to reappoint Judge Zimmerman as outlined in the resolution read by City Attorney Mike Stacy, please vote yes. Otherwise, vote no. And it does pass unanimously. Congratulations, Barry. I believe we have a bit of a swearing-in ceremony at this point.
At this time, if Judge Barry Zimmerman would come forward. And I believe City Attorney Mike Stacy will be swearing him in this evening.
I won't read quite as fast for this one.
Good, thank you. One word at a time would be great.
Are we using the Bible?
James, will you hold the Bible?
James, are we using the Bible? I don't think you, yeah, okay. All right, raise your right hand. I, Barry Zimmerman,
I, Barry Zimmerman.
hereby accept the honor of serving as a member of the city council.
Nope, I don't.
We have a problem. This should not be, we're about to appoint him to the city council.
All right, get up.
What would you like to be?
Yeah. Oh. I better not go there.
Sign your oath a little later, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
Go with less words.
I, Barry Zimmerman,
I, Barry Zimmerman,
hereby accept the honor
hereby accept the honor
of serving as the
of serving as the
municipal judge of the city of Alpharetta, Georgia.
municipal judge of the city of Alpharetta, Georgia,
And in so doing,
and in so doing,
I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I shall faithfully perform the duties
that I shall faithfully perform the duties
of municipal court judge,
of municipal court judge.
that I will regularly attend meetings.
No, I won't.
Nope, I'm sorry. That I, this is tough. That I will attend court regularly
I will attend court regularly
and uphold the ideals of community and service.
and uphold the ideals of community and service,
That I will act and conduct business
that I will act and conduct business
in accordance with the city's code of ethics and conduct,
in accordance with the city's code of ethics and conduct,
the State Bar of Georgia,
the State Bar of Georgia,
and that I shall support and defend
and then I shall support and defend
the laws of the state of Georgia
the laws of the state of Georgia
and the laws of the city of Alpharetta, Georgia,
and the laws of the city of Alpharetta, Georgia,
the Constitution and laws of the state of Georgia,
the Constitution and laws of the state of Georgia,
and the Constitution and laws of the United States of America.
and the Constitution and laws of the United States of America.
So sworn this third day of January 2022.
Thank you
With a
very
little help
much.
from you, and we will get you a revised oath of office to
I
sign.
appreciate that. Thank you.
No,
I
we're-
guess I shouldn't sign that.
You shouldn't sign this one. We'll have
Give me
to
just 10
revise it.
seconds to address you all if I could.
You have the floor, Judge.
I just want y'all to know I've done this for a long time. Nobody really appreciates how great this city is, or maybe people do, but this is, to me, this is the greatest city in the state of Georgia. I think our court system is phenomenal. Our court clerk is sitting in the back. She's going to be embarrassed, but Brooke Lappin, and our court prosecutor is sitting right over here as well, Fran McQueen. If it weren't for them, we'd have no court. They run the smoothest, greatest, most proficient, most professional court in the state. I get the easy part. They do all the work. Without them, I couldn't do anything, so I really appreciate it. I also appreciate all of you all for allowing me to continue to serve. It's been a pleasure doing so. I enjoy it, and I hope that I'm doing the job that you all expect, and I really appreciate your allowing me to continue. Thank you all.
Thank you, Judge. So at least based on the agenda that I'm reading, I think that's all the swearing in we'll be doing this evening. We'll move on to the consent agenda. Consent agenda consists of 2 items, council meeting minutes from the meeting of December 13th, 2021, and the alcoholic beverage license applications. There are several of those, and I will read the 5, I believe it is. First one is PH-21-AB-33, Sonesta International Hotels Corporation, DBA Sonesta ES Suites, Atlanta North Point Mall, 1325 North Point Drive, Alpharetta, Georgia, 30022. Second is PH-21-AB-34, Sonesta International Hotels Corporation, DBA Sonesta ES Suites, Atlanta, Alpharetta, Windward, 5465 Windward Parkway, Alpharetta, Georgia, 30004. PH 21-AB-35, Sonesta International Hotels Corporation, DBA Sonesta ES Suites, Alpharetta North Point, 3980 North Point Parkway, Alpharetta, Georgia 30005 was number 3. Number 4 is PH-21-AB-36, Movie Grill Concepts, XXIII LLC, DBA Studio Movie Grill, 7730 North Point Parkway, Alpharetta, Georgia 30022. And the last and final alcohol application is PH-21-AB-37 Courtyard Management Corporation, DBA Courtyard Atlanta, Alpharetta, Avalon, 11700 Amber Park Drive, Alpharetta, Georgia 30009. Third item, in addition, on the consent agenda is the financial management report for the month ending November 30th, 2021. Is there anyone on council who would like to remove anything from the consent agenda?
Mayor, I'd like to remove council meeting minutes of meeting of 12/13/2021.
So done. We'll remove that item from the consent agenda. Anyone else would like to remove anything from the consent agenda? Seeing none, we'll go ahead and call for a motion.
Motion to approve. Second.
We have a motion to approve the consent agenda with the 2 items consisting of the council meeting minutes, of the alcoholic beverage license applications and the financial management report for the month ending November 30th, 2021. The council meeting minutes will not be part of the consent agenda. All those in favor, please vote yes. Otherwise, vote no. And it does pass unanimously. Would anybody like to make a motion on the council meeting minutes?
Motion to approve. Second.
We have a motion to approve the council meeting minutes by Councilman Hypes, a second by Mayor Pro Tem Merkel. Any discussion? If you were not part of council on that meeting, then you abstain. Is that correct, James? Yes. So, sorry for not clarifying that.
Mayor, that's the reason why I asked it to be.
I thought maybe it was at the time, but I figured we'd go ahead and follow Robert's rules.
I am smart, but I wasn't at that meeting.
It's been 10 years. Give him a break.
Yeah.
So all those in favor of the motion to approve those minutes, please vote yes. All those who were not in attendance, please vote abstain. And it does pass 5-2. So we'll move on to the new business portion of tonight's meeting. First item under new business is the Municipal Court Case Management Professional Service Agreement. Ms. Lappin, you have the floor.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Tonight I'm presenting a professional service agreement between the City of Alpharetta and Journal Technologies for the use of eCourt case management software. Our court currently uses CourtTrack for case management. This is an older system that we're unable to update with new legislation requires changes in forms and fee schedules. eCourt is a cloud-based system that is customizable, and most of those changes can be done in-house by myself. The system will also allow the court to work towards our goal of a paperless environment. Any questions?
Do we have any questions from council on this item? Thank you, Ms. Lappin. Ms. Shapiro, do we have any public comment cards on this item?
We do not, sir.
But if there is anyone that would like to come forward and speak on this matter, now's your opportunity. Seeing no one come forward, we'll close public comment. Do I have a motion from council?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that council approve the professional services agreement between the City of Alpharetta and Journal Technologies as presented by the city, by the court clerk, and authorize the mayor to execute all necessary documents.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilman Hypes and a second by Mayor Pro Tem Mitchell, and that was to approve the municipal court case management professional service agreement between the City of Alpharetta and Journal Technologies, and authorize the mayor to execute all necessary documents. All those in favor, please vote yes. Otherwise, vote accordingly. And it does pass unanimously.
Thank you.
Next item up under new business is speed zone ordinance extension. Director Sisevich, you have the floor.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. 49 is the extension of our speed zone ordinance. You may recall back in September, we came forward submitting a list of roads that we're hoping GDOT would let us extend for decrease of speeds. Unfortunately, when we did our speed studies, we were greater than 10 miles an hour for 85% of the vehicles traveling along those corridors. So the speed limits must remain as is. So we're going to basically requesting moving forward with adoption of our current speed zones that we have back from 2018. No new changes.
Any questions from council on this item? Councilman Mitchell?
So Pete, all the ones that were speeding that were, that already had existing signs there, you say they were 10 to 15 miles above?
So these are the new roads. So like we were trying to extend State Route 9 to have 30 miles an hour further through different limits. Bates Road, we wanted to have like a 25 mile an hour speed limit there. When we did the speed studies, they were coming at 35 plus for Bates Road for 85% of the vehicles traveling that road. So when that data made it back its way to GDOT for approval, GDOT's like, people are already doing 10 miles an hour over the posted. We need to keep it the same posted. You need to put in different traffic calming measures to reduce the speeds to get a speed more to what you'd like it to be at. So we're not, none of the speed limits are changing. If you're 25 miles an hour, you're staying at 25. If you're at 35, you're at 35. We just couldn't adjust any of the ones that we would like to have seen adjusted. So Canton Street, in certain areas, we wanted to see it go to 25 miles an hour all the way to Mayfield. People are doing 36 through the intersection of Mayfield on Canton Street. So they must stay at posted 35.
Okay. And then it suggests that there be speed calming devices like the signs?
Correct.
Or solar operated or whatever?
Correct. And
This
that was
suggests
hopefully people would get closer to that. If it's a posted 35, stay closer to that 35, 36, so then we can get the reduction down to 30.
Okay, we have that at Academy Street. How have those signs performed?
They have helped down Academy Street. We have topography hurting us a little bit with the slope of the road, but we're still seeing speeds in excess of 10 miles an hour over the posted for 85% of the vehicles traveling the corridor.
Okay. It's just curious to me, in our financial report for last year, we're $52,000 under as far as speed tickets and court fees. So that's kind of curious to me. If we have that many people speeding in the city going those kind of speeds, why don't we have more tickets being written? So, all right, thank you.
Any other questions from council on this item? Thank you, Pete.
Thank you.
Ms. Shapiro, do we have any public comment cards?
We do not, sir.
But if anyone would like to come forward, now's your opportunity to speak on this matter. Seeing no one, we'll close public comment. Do I have a motion from council?
I move to approve the speed zone ordinance extension.
I have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
We have a motion by Councilman Dorito, a second by Councilman Mitchell, and that was to approve the speed zone ordinance extension. All those in, well, do we have any discussion on that matter? All those in favor of the motion, please vote yes. Otherwise, vote accordingly. And it does pass unanimously.
Thank you, Mayor and Council.
Thank you, sir. Next item up. Excuse me, next item up will be the North Fulton City's automatic aid agreement. Mr. Regas, you have the floor.
Mayor and Council, I'm subbing for John this evening, and automatic aid is, we have that with the other cities in North Fulton, and automatic aid is when the fire station that is closest to an incident responds to the incident. There are places in Alpharetta that Milton Fire Station is closest to, so they would automatically respond first. Same way with Johns Creek in Alpharetta, we have a station that's closer to Johns Creek than other Johns Creek stations, so we would automatically respond first. So that's what's before you tonight to keep that arrangement going. And it's before each mayor and council at the first meeting of the year. And upon two cities agreeing to it, that's when it will become effective. It's worked well for us, and we recommend we continue that.
Any questions from council on this item? Thanks, sir. Ms. Shapiro, do we have any public comment cards on this?
We do not, sir.
But if there's anyone here that would like to come forward and speak on this mutual aid agreement, now is your chance to come forward and speak. Seeing none, we'll close public comment. Do I have a motion from council?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, make a motion that council approve the agreement for automatic aid by and among the North Fulton County cities, Alpharetta, Johns Creek, Milton, Roswell, and Sandy Springs.
Second.
Have a motion by Councilman Heights, a second by Councilman Dorito. Any discussion? I just appreciate the cooperation we have from all of our municipalities in North Fulton, and I look forward to continuing the good work and cooperation amongst our neighbors. That being said, all those in favor of the motion to approve the automatic aid agreement, please vote yes. Otherwise, vote no. Councilman Heights. And it does pass unanimously. Next item up is a resolution to authorize the use of eminent domain to acquire certain property located at 13080 Tidewater Crossing, Alpharetta, Georgia, for the road project of the McGinnis Ferry Road widening. Mr. Stacy.
A resolution of the mayor and council of the city of Alpharetta, Georgia, to authorize the use of eminent domain to acquire certain property located at 13080 Tidewater Crossing, Alpharetta, Georgia, tax parcel number 21-5680-1033-081-1 for road project McGinnis Ferry Road widening from Ronald Reagan Boulevard, Union Hill to Hospital Parkway, whereas the city of Alpharetta, the city, in conjunction with the city of Johns Creek and Forsyth County, has determined that it is necessary to construct a road project which includes the widening of and construction of other operational improvements to a portion of McGinnis Ferry Road, such road project being known as the McGinnis Ferry Road Project, McGinnis Ferry Road from Ronald Reagan Boulevard / Union Hill Road to Hospital Parkway project, and whereas in order to construct the project, it is necessary to acquire certain rights to, in, over, under, through, and across the property now or formerly owned by Nagarajan Ramachandran and Sathi Nagajan, located at 13080 Tidewater Crossing, tax parcel number 21-5680-1033-081-1, within the city of Alpharetta, Georgia, reference project parcel 35, as further described and shown in attachment A, attached here to and incorporated herein by this reference, and whereas the mayor and council have considered the project and determined that the project and the use of eminent domain to acquire those certain rights to, in, over, under, through, and across the foregoing property are necessary in the public interest and must be carried out expeditiously to ensure the timely completion of the project. Now, therefore, it is hereby resolved by the mayor and council of the city of Alpharetta, Georgia, as follows: for public road purposes and to meet the public necessity for immediately acquiring the subject property rights, which are hereby declared, the mayor and council authorize the city attorney's office to acquire through the use of eminent domain, pursuant to Title 32 of the Official Code of Georgia, annotated, the necessary property rights to, in, over, under, through, and across the property located at 13080 Tidewater Crossing, tax parcel number 21-5680-1033-081-1, in order to ensure the timely completion of the project McGinnis Ferry Road from Ronald Reagan Boulevard / Union Hill Road to Hospital Parkway. Further, the mayor and city administrator are specifically authorized to execute on behalf of and as if signed by every member of the governing authority of the city, the mayor and council, any and all documents necessary to further the filing of any petition for condemnation or declaration of taking related to the same and or in furtherance of this resolution.
Thank you, sir. Any questions about the resolution? Ms. Shapiro, do we have any public comment cards?
We do not, sir.
But if anyone would like to come forward and speak on this item, now's your chance. Seeing none, we'll close public comment. Do I have a motion from council?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I'd offer a motion tonight to approve resolution to authorize the use of eminent domain to acquire certain property located at 13080 Tidewater Crossing, Alpharetta, Georgia, for the road project, McGinnis Ferry Road widening, as read by Attorney Stacy.
Second.
Have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Merkel, second by Councilman Dorito, I believe that was, wasn't it? Any discussion? All those in favor of the motion, please vote yes. Otherwise, vote accordingly. And it does pass unanimously. Mr. Stacy?
A resolution of the mayor and council of the city of Alpharetta, Georgia, to authorize the use of eminent domain to acquire certain property located at 5015 Tidewater Way, Alpharetta, Georgia, tax parcel number 21-5680-1033-073-8 for road project McGinnis Ferry Road widening from Ronald Reagan Boulevard / Union Hill Road to Hospital Parkway. Whereas the city of Alpharetta, the city in conjunction with the city of Johns Creek and Forsyth County, has determined that it's necessary to construct a road project which includes the widening of and construction of other operational improvements to a portion of McGinnis Ferry Road, such road project being known as the McGinnis Ferry Road from Ronald Reagan Boulevard / Union Hill Road to Hospital Parkway project, the project. And whereas in order to construct the project, it is necessary to acquire certain rights to and over, under, through, and across the property now or formerly owned by Ladecia Robinson, located at 5015 Tidewater Way, tax parcel number 21-5680-1033-073-8 within the city of Alpharetta, Georgia, reference project parcel 41, as further described and shown in the attachment A attached here to and incorporated herein by this reference. And whereas the mayor and council have considered the project and determined that the project and the use of eminent domain to acquire those certain rights to and over, under, through, and across the foregoing property are necessary in the public interest and must be carried out expeditiously to ensure the timely completion of the project. Now, therefore, it is hereby resolved by the mayor and council of the city of Alpharetta, Georgia, as follows: for public road purposes and to meet the public necessity for immediately acquiring the subject property rights, which are hereby declared, the mayor and council authorize the city attorney's office to acquire through the use of eminent domain pursuant to Title 32 of the Official Code of Georgia, annotated the necessary property rights to and over, under, through, and across the property located at 5015 Tidewater Way, tax parcel number 21-5680-1033-073-8, in order to ensure the timely completion of the project McGinnis Ferry Road from Ronald Reagan Boulevard / Union Hill Road to Hospital Parkway. Further, the mayor and the city administrator are specifically authorized to execute on behalf of and as if signed by every member of the governing authority of the city, the mayor and council, any and all documents necessary to further the filing of any petition for condemnation or declaration of taking related to the same and or in furtherance of this resolution.
Thank you, Mr. Stacy. Lots of practice, unfortunately. Ms. Shapiro, do we have any public comment cards on this item?
We do not, sir.
But if anyone would like to speak on this item, now's your chance. Seeing no one, we'll close public comment. Do I have a motion from council?
Mayor, I move to approve a resolution of the mayor and council of the city of Alpharetta, Georgia, to authorize the use of eminent domain to acquire certain property located at 5015 Tidewater Way, Alpharetta, Georgia, tax parcel number 21-5680-1033-073-8 for a road project, McGinnis Ferry Road widening from Ronald Reagan Boulevard, Union Hill Road to Hospital Parkway.
We have a motion by Councilman Dorito, a second by Councilman Hypes, and that was to authorize the use of an eminent domain to acquire certain property located at 5015 Tidewater Way, and the resolution as read by City Attorney Mike Stacy. Any discussion? All those in favor, please vote yes. Otherwise, vote no. And it does pass unanimously. Mr. Stacy, I believe we have one more resolution.
Yes, just one more. A resolution of the mayor and council of the city of Alpharetta, Georgia, to authorize the use of eminent domain to acquire certain property located at 5035 Tidewater Way, Alpharetta, Georgia, tax parcel number 21-5680-1054-071-6 for road project McGinnis Ferry Road widening from Ronald Reagan Boulevard / Union Hill Road to Hospital Parkway. Whereas the city of Alpharetta, the city in conjunction with the city of Johns Creek and Forsyth County, has determined that it is necessary to construct a road project which includes the widening of and construction of other operational improvements to a portion of McGinnis Ferry Road, such road project being known as the McGinnis Ferry Road from Ronald Reagan Boulevard / Union Hill Road to Hospital Parkway project, the project. And whereas in order to construct the project, it is necessary to acquire certain rights to and over, under, through, and across the property now or formerly owned by Maria C. Morales, located at 5035 Tidewater Way, tax parcel number 21-5680-1054-071-6 within the city of Alpharetta, Georgia, reference project parcel 43, as further described and shown in the attachment A attached here to and incorporated herein by this reference. And whereas the mayor and council have considered the project and determined that the project and the use of eminent domain to acquire those certain rights rights to, in, over, under, through, and across the foregoing property are necessary in the public interest and must be carried out expeditiously to ensure the timely completion of the project. Now, therefore, it is hereby resolved by the Mayor and Council of the City of Alpharetta, Georgia, as follows: for public road purposes and to meet the public necessity for immediately acquiring the subject property rights, which are hereby declared, the Mayor and Council authorize the City Attorney's Office to acquire through the use of eminent domain pursuant to Title 32 of the Official Code of Georgia annotated the necessary property rights to, in, over, under, through, and across the property located at 5035 Tidewater Way, tax parcel number 21-5680-1005-4-071-6, in order to ensure the timely completion of the project, McGinnis Ferry Road from Ronald Reagan Boulevard / Union Hill Road to Hospital Parkway. Further, the Mayor and the City Administrator are specifically authorized to execute on behalf of and is signed by every member of the governing authority of the city, the Mayor and Council, any and all documents necessary to further the filing of any petition for condemnation or declaration of taking related to the same and or in furtherance of this resolution. That's it.
Thanks, sir. Ms. Shapiro, do we have any public comment cards on this item?
We do not, sir.
But if anyone would like to come forward, now is your chance to speak on this item. Seeing none, we'll close public comment. Do I have a motion from council?
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion that council approve the resolution to authorize use of eminent domain to acquire certain property located at 5035 Tidewater Way, Alpharetta, Georgia, for the McGinnis Ferry Road widening project as read by City Attorney Stacy.
Second.
We have a motion by, that was Councilman Heitz, and a second by Councilman Will, I believe. And that was to approve the use of eminent domain to acquire certain property located at 5035 Tidewater Way, Alpharetta, Georgia, as outlined in the resolution by City Attorney Mike Stacy. All those in favor of that motion, please vote yes, otherwise vote no. And it does pass unanimously. So that will wrap up the new business portion of tonight's meeting. And for those of you that are in the public who've not had the opportunity to come forward and speak on an item of interest to you, now is your chance to do so. We'll open up for public comment. And seeing no one come forward, we'll close public comment. In reports, we have 3 items mentioned. I do have another report as well. Councilmember Dorito's appointments to the City of Alpharetta boards and commissions.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to appoint this evening several board and commission members. For the Planning Commission, Ms. Jill Reynolds. For the Design Review Board, Mr. Pat Corkle. Board of Zoning Appeals, Ms. Lisa Schipple. And for Cultural Arts Commission, Ms. Samita Patel. Ms. Reynolds served on the Planning Commission my last time around on the City Council over a decade ago. She'll be a very active and, a very good member of the Planning Commission. We have a lot coming before the council in the coming year, so she's bringing some real experience to the table. Mr. Corkle, I learned to know from a lot of recommendations from people in the city. He is probably the most effective Design Review Board member today as it comes to landscaping concepts and requirements of our developers. So I reappointed Pat for that reason. I think he's been a fine member of the Design Review Board and will continue to add real value to that board going forward. Ms. Schipple has background in zoning, so it made a perfect fit for her to be on the Board of Zoning Appeals. And Ms. Samita Patel actually has had contact with the Cultural Arts Commission in the past with a business she had in the community, and I think it was like an arts business her and her family had. So she's willing and ready to serve on that commission as well. My other appointments will probably come at the next City Council meeting, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Dorito. Next, I'll have the council member for Councilman Donald Mitchell's appointments to the City of Alpharetta's boards and commissions.
Thank you, Mayor. For the Ethics Commission, I'd like to appoint Lindsay Burnett. I find her to be a very ethical and upright and upstanding citizen. And as far as the Arts Commission, Ms. Schittel Foster, who is very passionate about the arts and will give it a good eye as we move forward with that commission. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Not ready.
Third will be Councilmember Brian Will's appointments to the City of Alpharetta's boards and commissions.
I'm going to appoint Todd Stratton to Planning and Zoning, Teresa Rhodes to Design Review, Bonnie Stedman to Historical? Which one is it?
Historical Preservation.
Historical Preservation, there you go. And Donna Murphy to the Design Review Board. Those are my 4.
All right, sir. Thank you. I will note that in my report, the charter allows the mayor to assign liaison positions from council members to interact and provide communication between departments and the council and the public. So with our new council composition, I'd like to appoint Councilman Mitchell as our liaison to information technology, Councilman Will to Department of Public Safety, Councilman Hypes as liaison to Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Arts, Councilman Merkel to Community Development, Councilman Dorito as the liaison to Public Works, and Councilman Bonder will remain as the liaison to the Finance Department. Those were my only reports. If there's anyone else who has any reports this evening, let me know. Councilman Dorito.
Mayor, I'd be remiss if I didn't make some comments on my swearing in this evening to the public and to my colleagues here on the City Council. First and foremost, it's great to be back. It's been a decade since I last served on the Alpharetta City Council. I love the city. It's a wonderful place to raise a family, and it still is a wonderful place to raise a family when I was here 10 years ago and now. A lot has changed in the city, and a lot has not. When I was on the City Council a decade ago, we planned the new City Hall that we're sitting in today. I remember meeting Mr. Regas for the first time. When I got sworn in, I actually took over a seat by former Councilwoman Sandra Johnson, who was an awesome public servant, and I took on her seat after her 22 years of service, and met Bob for the first time. The initial thing we talked about was the vision for a new City Hall in the future. And I'll never forget that discussion because we're sitting in it today. It's kind of interesting. We also planned in my first decade on the council, we planned for City Center, for Avalon. We bolstered up public safety. We did a lot of great things. And a lot hasn't changed. And the biggest thing that hasn't changed is our public servants here in City Hall. All those professionals that serve us daily 24/7, they're exceptional, best in the country. And I'm so proud to be serving by their side again to help them and support them, not direct them. I mean, they're professionals, that's what they do. I don't do what they do, but I'm here to support them on behalf of the residents I represent, and I'm really excited in doing that. We have a lot with our public professionals to deal with the current pandemic, with supply chain issues, with price increases, inflation going rampant, and predicted to even get worse in the coming 2022. We have to keep an eye on their salaries and their structure and make sure that their families are not suffering. In time of need, they've served us well for the many years I've lived in Alpharetta. My wife and my 3 kids, and this community served us well, and it's very much because of the servants and the public officials that we hire to come in and do the work that make us all on this dais look good. And I want to thank them publicly for that. I want to close in thanking my wife and my 3 children, Jenna, who swore me in this evening, my 2 sons, one's a biomedical engineer, lives up in New York, so he is unable to be here tonight, might be watching, I don't know. And then my son, Matthew's a captain in the United States Army, serving right now. Without their support, I wouldn't be sitting up here. In fact, when I went to talk to my wife about qualifying to run for this seat, I won't exactly say what she said because it's not for public consumption. But suffice to say, she thought I was a little bit losing my rocker, or maybe going senile. Why do you want to do this again? Well, I want to do it again because I think I have a lot to offer. I've seen, the previous council and others, everybody has contributed so much to the city, and I think I could at least be a voice of consensus up here and represent the best interests of the city. And I'm sure everyone up here has the same goals in mind. The funny thing about politics is we always tend to end up, batting heads sometimes and stuff like that. But for some reason, Alpharetta always comes out of the ashes of those political battles and ultimately does the right thing for the citizens we represent. And I won't lose for 1 second the reason why I'm here. I'm here because people voted me to serve them. Not to serve myself, but to serve them. And in some cases, we have to serve the more needy people of the community. And we have a lot of issues facing Alpharetta. And I want to leave my next term in office, the city of Alpharetta in a better place than it is. I'm a big believer in stewardship. I wouldn't be doing this to just fill a seat and be someone that doesn't really proactively get involved and engaged in making the city better than it is today. And it's a great city, and I love the city. And together, we're going to move the city forward, and we have much brighter days ahead. When I first joined the council, 9/11 happened, and it was a very interesting campaign, to say the least, because the country was in a little bit of a turmoil. It was a very serious situation that occurred to our country, an attack on our own shores. And this time around, I had to run in an environment of a major pandemic and the 20th anniversary of 9/11. So a lot of that culminated into a very interesting campaign. When you look at the voter turnout, I think we had 16% voter turnout with almost 82, a little over 82% of the voter turnout was 50 years of age and older. And that told me something. We need to get our young people more involved and more engaged in their government and in their future. Because everything we do up here, they say politics is local, and that's the truest statement in the world. That the decisions we make on your behalf impact your lives. And so whether it be making sure we keep drugs out of the schools, or we provide, assistance from the council dais on bringing our seniors and our youth together to do things together. That's what builds a community, and that's what I'm here to do in the next 4 years. And I really feel blessed. I think we live in a very blessed city and a fortunate city, and I'm very honored to be here and humbled to be one of your servants, and I thank you for that opportunity.
Any other reports? Ladies and gentlemen, sincerely thank you for joining us in this first meeting of 2022. It is going to be a bright year for the city of Alpharetta. We've got a great city, we've got a great population, and we've got a lot going forward this year. So please stay involved, and look forward to seeing you next time. Unfortunately, I must ask that we adjourn into executive session. Do I have a motion to do so?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Merkel and a second by Councilman Dorito to adjourn into executive session. All those in favor, please vote yes. Otherwise, vote no. And it does pass unanimously. Thank you, everyone. See you next time.